long were you married for? When were you married?
We didn't talk about this?
No. Me and Roxy just, no. I don't remember this. Matt doesn't remember this.
Oh, I guess we did.
So, here's the deal.
Oh, I know you're back. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Terrell. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to my nook. You have tuned in to Terrell at Home. Now, we've titled it Terrell at Home, even though my show usually is filmed at home, so I'm not sure what we were going for there, but my guests are at home, okay? So I guess that's why we called it that. Is that right? Correct. Okay, my guest will be from home, so, but it says Terrell at Home. We might have made a mistake. My guests are at home because we are all quarantined, okay? COVID-19 has swept the country, and it's just, we're just stuck. We're stuck where we are. So, but the show must go on, okay? And I don't know what I'm saying.
Did you call it? What did you call it?
COVID-19.
Yeah.
What did I say?
COVID-19 has swept the country.
Coronavirus has completely swept this planet and anybody with a talk show, including me. So, in the meantime, we're just gonna kick it here in my nook and shoot the until there is no more codeine in anybody's cup. Some of you may be wondering, what are we going to be getting, or what is there to expect from watching Terrell at Home? I don't know. I have no idea the answer to that question. I feel drunk, and I'm not. What is going on? I swear I felt like I was slurring every word just now. Anyway, Terrell at Home, we are winging this thing, honestly, like the coronavirus and the quarantine. Don't nobody know what the hell going on. Why should we be any different? So we're gonna wing it and we're gonna call some people that you've seen on the show with me before, some that you haven't, some that were supposed to come to the regular show, that were scheduled to come, but you know, isolation said nope, canceled. So we're gonna do it virtually instead, but we're just gonna kick it and have a good time, y'all. We're gonna keep this going throughout this crazy quarantine. My first guest tonight is someone who I greatly admire and I am so proud of. She is not only an amazing singer, she is now a dope actress as well. She stars in the brand new biopic of the Clark sisters called The First Ladies of Gospel. Give it up for my girl, SHELÉA!
My sweet Terrell, I miss you so much.
I miss you too. You look beautiful.
Really?
Girl.
Thank you.
Guys, the Clark sisters, The First Ladies of Gospel, came out literally less than 12 hours or about 24 hours ago. Yesterday, last night.
No,
okay?
no, you're right. Less than 24 hours ago.
Less than 24 hours ago.
So 8.
It came out last night. Yes.
That's right.
And of course, you guys know SHELÉA. She played Dorinda the Rose of Gospel in the film. And
But your fans don't know me from that. Your fans know me from you.
Oh, God.
I have to tell you that. Your fans know me from you. And I'm so sorry to interject, but I just have to tell you, and I tell you this all the time, just randomly, I'll text you and I'll just... Thank you so much for having me.
Babe.
I don't know how long ago it was. It wasn't even a year ago.
It was like it was in early season 2. So that must, about a year ago, almost.
It hasn't been a year?
Almost a year.
People tell me almost daily that Terrell sent me. That's like the thing they say. That's their little phrase. When I do my shows, I'll at least have like one person every couple shows, and they'll say, "I'm here because Terrell sent me." And so I just want you to know what your platform is doing, you know, and I am eternally grateful for that. But I'm sorry, back to Clark Sisters. Okay, first of all, I was up till 4 a.m. reading comments.
Oh my God, I feel that. You had to. What were they saying?
First of all, I couldn't come down anyway. So I was like, I might as well do some reading.
Did you actually watch it in real time with everybody?
I watched it in real time with everybody. And this was the first time, believe it or not, that I've ever done like live tweeting. I'm just not a tweeter. First, my friends are like, girl, the movie is trending. It's like, it is trending like crazy. The Clark Sisters hashtag is trending.
Yes, it was.
Then, honey, I get the text, SHELÉA, you're trending.
Wow. SHELÉA.
And then I was like, okay, wait.
SHELÉA.
And they spelled my name right? SHELEA is
yes, they did.
Freaking trending right now?
Yes. How could you go to sleep off of that?
I couldn't. I couldn't. But I was like, go to sleep. You have to be fresh tomorrow for Terrell.
I watched the screener. I think that was in January. And I think I called SHELÉA from the car because we went to go get some chicken.
Henry's chicken.
Hey! I had chicken in my back seat, SHELÉA in my front on the phone, okay? I said, girl, you did your thing in this movie. And it does not surprise me at all that you were trending because the cast was so well done. The way you captured her voice, the way that you almost look exactly like her in that movie. Shout out to the makeup, to everybody.
The makeups, the hair,
the wardrobe.
They did their thing. They really were amazing.
It gave me chills to watch y'all. It was like I was watching them. And I know you said during our episode that you guys were singing live. That was your live voice. Were you intimidated by the Clark Sisters as you were trying to portray one of them?
You know, I've thought about that. You know, a few people have asked me that, and I think I was too excited and grateful for the intimidation to kind of creep in. Yeah. Now that I'm looking at it in retrospect and realizing just the gravity of what just happened, it's almost like I probably should have been a little nervous. But it was like there was no time for that. You know, it was go time, you know, and I also felt just because I had, you know, listened to the Clark Sisters since I was just a wee little girl. You know, I knew their music so well. Dorinda, I've sung I'm Still Here, you know, before. And so I knew musically that I was going to be able to honor her in the way that she needed to be. And I guess what feels so good to me is that people are saying it's not just the singing voice, it was the speaking voice, the mannerisms, and just the body movements that was just almost natural. She and I are just naturally very similar.
Well, you know, she's so proud of you because by the grace of God, they were on my show themselves. And when you came up...
I love that show. First of all, I love all your shows, but that was special. You were so happy. I was on another planet. Like, I feel like that day, like, it just was a blur. Like, I had to go, when I was editing, I'm like, oh, wow, that happened. Oh, wow, why did I say that? You know, it just happened so fast. It was such a moment in, I guess, my journey because it wasn't something that I thought was going to happen ever. Because, you know, it's something to say about, this is kind of deep, but try to keep it light. Let's go deep. You know, we always go deep.
We gotta go deep.
We always go deep, though.
Because... Let me actually adjust my seating. I am proudly a loud black gay Christian drinking, live life to the fullest,
Dropping F bombs.
Every single chance I get, yes. I'm all of that wrapped into one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we got the call for them to come. I did not reach out to them because I honestly didn't think that they would even think twice about coming. Set aside the fact that I'm a big fan or that, they may even watch. I, in my mind, was like, well, they weren't coming to my show because we get down over here. And not to take anything away from them personally, but they are they are a traditional gospel group, and they have a brand, and they have, things that they have to keep up with. And it was never a problem to me. Like, in my mind, I never thought negatively about it. We've had gospel artists on before, but with them, I'm like, different standard, okay? They're just not gonna come and fool with me. And that's okay. It doesn't make a difference to me. And I learned such an interesting lesson. To not tell God what he's going to do.
Well,
you can't tell him, you can't use my mind sucks when it comes to the level that God operates on. Because
that's right.
I would have never, ever asked or reached out. And God saw that and he was like, you acting a fool. I'm going to bring him to you. And they were so open, and then I was just so surprised.
All of them are such sweethearts, but I think you touched on something just so beautiful is don't limit God.
Don't do that.
Don't put yourself in a box that he didn't put you in.
Man.
You know what I mean? It's like you are, it's endless. It's limitless what God is doing. I mean, it makes me even think about this movie, how we were so disappointed that there was no premiere, that there was no screenings. God was like, y'all don't need no premiere.
You don't need that.
Y'all need everybody to be home and can't go nowhere.
Wow.
So Snoop can be watching it live. So Taraji and Jamie Foxx, I mean, every person in this acting world who we love and salute is watching and is going crazy over it. The ratings are going to be incredible. I already know. Yeah. The ratings are going to be incredible. But our plans, if you let us choose, we wanted that premiere.
Dang.
You want to be cute. I want to be cute on the red carpet. True.
Dang. You right though.
But you right though. I brought the carpet to me. I dressed up with my little hair, makeup, my little hat. I'm just saying, God, our plans and our thoughts, they just are not on God's level, and we can't ever try to, put ourselves in this little, okay, I can only go here. God ain't thinking about that.
That's so true, SHELÉA, because I remember, SHELÉA and I, we talk all the time, and when this thing first hit, there was genuine concern, like, dang, the promo for this movie kind of started like a year ago. I think the first promo photo came out like a long time ago.
It was almost exactly, it was last year, March.
Wow. Yeah. That's a lot of time. And the movie got pushed back a few times for various different reasons. So when it comes time for the movie to come out, and then here we go with COVID-19, who's now, causing another thing, you can't help but as a human who has aspirations and dreams to be like, dang, we cannot catch a break. But the plan, his plan is so untouchable.
That's right.
Isn't that crazy?
You better preach. Untouchable.
I'll tell you right now. Are you writing that down? You better come on and get your notes. That was a well done biopic. Because it could have went another way.
Honey.
It could have went another way. I said, Lifetime, careful. Okay? Careful with my girl.
Okay, can we talk? The wigs were good?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because sometimes that's where it kind of falls.
Exactly.
There was one wig that was just a little okay, but I would say not. But I would say 90% of those of the hair, the makeup, the wardrobe was on point. Yes. It was, to me, it was so well done. The cinematography, there were some shots that were so beautiful. So shout out to Christine Swanson, who was the director. She really
Yes.
You know, it really shouldn't go unnoticed and unsaid, and really shouted from the mountaintops every time we mention this film that she fought for real singers. Everybody, let's not take that for granted. It's almost like it's here, it's happened. We're used to seeing Kiki. Some of you guys might be used to seeing me. You've seen everybody sing at some point in their career.
Right.
So you almost take that for granted, but you have to understand we barely got cast because.
Wait a minute.
Because I've never done something on this scale. They were just like, I'm sorry, like she's just new. I don't know if she can really do this. She's never acted on this scale before. And that was the case really for a couple of us, So let's not take that for granted, because usually what happens is you would get very strong actresses and you would get somebody else to do the overdubs. They would be lip syncing to the real singers. She didn't want that. We busting the song just like we're talking right now. When we're in the hospital, when, we're singing, to the nurse, that is happening in real time.
That is incredible.
My sermon, the little, have you been tried in the fire? That part, that was done live. That was done live from the stage. What? So, all of those moments would not have the same power. Would it have sounded good? Yeah, they would have found some good singers, I'm sure. But would it be magical like what this movie was? No. If anybody deserved to have some respect put on their name, was the Clark sisters. You know what I mean?
Period. One thing that I feel like the industry had to learn, in terms of the film and promotional industry had to learn, is how do we promote this brand new movie from home without being able to be together? So what kind of things did you and the rest of the cast do to try to stir up some energy before the premiere yesterday?
Well, we were working nonstop. Like, one day I did 16 morning shows in 2 hours. Just all over.
I'm sorry. I would like to know what company you went to clone yourself, because pick me. I want one. I want one too. Because how in the hell?
Let me tell you, Mama works hard. You can say a lot of things about me, but you can't say I don't work hard.
That's what you won't say. That's what you won't do.
That's what you won't do. I work hard. I work my ass off. And
you did them through Skype and Zoom and stuff?
We did it through Zoom. We did Zoom. Mostly Zoom.
What was your favorite scene to shoot in the film?
I think the music just felt great. When we were doing, You Brought the Sunshine. I loved the dresses, the yellow. I mean, that was such a moment. Name It and Claim It was such a powerful musical moment, and visually, it was actually my favorite of the film. Mm-hmm. But if I would say, like, my favorite to shoot, it didn't quite, this is the thing, they have to edit the film, you know what I mean? It can't be, So the way they edited the bridge scene, it wasn't as strong as how it was shot. But it had to be edited. But I think that was the most rewarding for me, because the original edit, all of the crew literally was crying. Everybody has felt that hopelessness and helplessness. We are on earth and God is beyond. And when we are trying to hear from him, when we need him most and we don't feel like we're getting what we need, that can be the worst feeling in the world.
Absolutely.
You feel so alone, you feel so isolated. And I think at that moment, so much had happened for Dorinda to where her mom is gone now. Twinkie has left the group. There's issues with some of her sisters, with Denise, so it's just feeling like everything was kind of coming to a head. And Dorinda, it wasn't really shown as powerfully, but she adored her mother, and they had this extremely, extremely close relationship. And that's why they call her Dr. Maddie Moss Clark Jr. Because she literally was, almost the second coming to Dr. Maddie. And so everything that you see, her response to things, as you can see, anytime it was negative, it has something to do with her mom. Wow. You know, she's very sweet and loving, but when it comes to her mom, she don't play. And I can relate to that because I'll cut you over my mom. I will catch a case over my mom. Like, I will put a cap
in your black
in somebody's
ass.
face.
Yeah.
If they push my mama. I'm sorry. That ain't happening.
I feel that.
That's not happening. So to me, at that moment, the last thing her mother ever said to her was, God has the final say. And so she was thinking that God was going to save her mother, and then he didn't. And I don't know if you've ever been there when you were believing God to do something and you believed with all your heart and it didn't happen. You know? And so
what did you use in that moment to get into that spirit of things?
I used when my grandma died and my mother asked the Lord, can you just keep her alive until I get to the hospital? And God didn't do it. You know, she was rushing from Bakersfield, California to East Palo Alto, and she didn't make it. Ooh, God. So I put myself in her shoes. When you're disappointed, and as holy and how much you love God, I think it's important for people to know it's okay to be disappointed with God sometimes. You know, even though we just said earlier in this conversation, our ways are not his ways. We don't know the big picture, but there are things that we don't understand, and we are never going to understand on this side of heaven. We have to embrace that and don't try to spiritualize things away. Oh, it was supposed to happen this way. Sometimes it wasn't. It was supposed to be a moment where I was just trying to reach out and find something. And then I hear my mom say, God has the final say. And then that verse comes to me. Neither depth nor height can separate me from God's love. And so when I'm looking over this bridge of this water where I'm thinking about jumping to my death.
Right.
You know, that is what stops me. My mom telling me, no, neither height nor depth can separate from the love of God. And that's what gets me off the bridge. That's what gets me off the bridge. And so we were able to show that. But you know, again, with edits, I totally get it. But it just, I wish that people would have gotten that part, because I think there are so many people who are churched, saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, that have been in that point of desperation and frustration, and it's hard to believe. It's hard to hold on to hope. I don't care how holy you are. It is not always easy to hold on to hope.
It's not. I don't think you woke up in 2018 or whenever and you're like, I'm going to be in a movie this year, you know? I don't think you woke up saying this is going to happen. Your patience you've been rewarded for the patience and for your continued faith. And that's so beautiful, you know?
Thank you, baby. Thank you for seeing me.
Yes, of course. And it's just so much more. I mean, child, you young. You can act in movies until you're dead. Ask Betty. There's just so much time. You have time to keep going. I mean, you're already doing so many amazing things, and there's just so much more. What are you doing when you are not being a star, okay, and not eating the best vegan cuisine that Los Angeles has to offer?
My favorite, by the way, if you're wondering, it's a Crossroads on Melrose, and it is also fresh on Sunset. Those are my favorite vegan places in LA. Very good, very, very good. So
yes,
if you want to take me on a date, those are the two top places.
Well, you brought it up, SHELÉA. A date, huh?
Oh my God.
Are we
It's
dating
so
in these streets?
Dorinda got all up in my business on her show. So she was like, so, you know, what's going on?
Gosh, she's an auntie. What'd you say?
I said, well, she asked if I was married. And so I said,
Yes.
no, you know, and then she was, you know, when people are talking, like, it seems like it's going to happen for you one day. And so I kind of felt like I was being a little untruthful because I have been married. So I had to bring that up. So I was like, well, I have been married.
It did come. I just went the other way.
I have to tell it. I have to tell it.
How long were you married for? When were you married?
We didn't talk about this?
No. Me and Roxy just, no. I don't remember this. Matt doesn't remember this.
Oh, I guess we did. If I would ever write a book, it would be called The Beautiful Divorce, because it was a very beautiful, just taking your life and going in a different direction with still a lot of love and respect there. And probably the fact that we had no kids, that also helped, you know. But he texted me last night, and, you know, when the movie aired, and was just like, I'm so proud of you, you know. And so it's a beautiful friendship that still remains, and you know, it's cool. The hardest thing, and I would say the strongest emotion after my divorce was shame, you know. So I was ashamed. I let people down, you know. I had this beautiful storybook wedding, and, you know, I wrote this song called I'm Sure It's You, which literally gets sung at weddings around the world. And it just felt like, oh my God, what a joke, you know, like, you know, I would think of like all these Saturday Night Live spoofs, like, I'm not so sure it's you.
No! Oh no! Second guessing if it's you.
I don't think it's you.
Fun question. Single SHELÉA, what does single SHELÉA want? I'm just saying. Does she want a tall, dark, and handsome that, you know, walk like Denzel? Or what?
I'm open.
Yay! Come on now.
I have been extremely attracted to, and like very just every part of me is attracted to, is a man who loves what he does and is passionate about, you know, and knows what he's talking about too. So looks are great, you know, Of course, you know, we're human. We're going to obviously be attracted to attractive people, of course, you know. But for me, I'm attracted to a man who is passionate about what he does and what he does as a career, and is well versed and knows what he's talking about. He needs to be a master. You know what I'm saying? So you can come master this. You know what I'm saying?
SHELÉA, everybody!
I love you. I love you so much, baby.
Go watch the new movie, The Clark Sisters, the First Ladies of Gospel. It's on Lifetime. I know they're gonna repeat it and rerun it as much as they can.
Oh, honey, it's probably on right now.
It's probably on right now, okay? And if they don't have Lifetime, is it on any streaming service?
Yeah, you can get it on iTunes Movie.
Yes.
You can get it on Amazon. It's it's out there.
It's out there, okay? Go get it. I didn't seen it, okay? I'm trying to tell you, trust your boy. I don't ever lie to you, do I? Trust me, that's a good movie. Go watch it, go enjoy. And I'm gonna go refill this cup, okay? Hey, thanks for watching Terrell at Home. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more, head over to theterrellshow.com to get more. Huh?